What if I told you there's one country where you can see the world's tallest skyscrapers, the most powerful waterfalls, and even the biggest canyon on Earth? That country is the United States of America, and today we're exploring its 10 most famous places. The USA is a land of diversity. From natural wonders to modern cities, this country has attractions that people dream of visiting at least once in their lifetime. Millions of tourists come here every year to experience its beauty and culture. So, let's count down the 10 most famous places in the United States of America. The Statue of Liberty is one of the most famous symbols of the United States and freedom itself. Standing tall on Liberty Island in New York Harbor, this giant statue has welcomed millions of people arriving by sea for more than 100 years. When immigrants came to America in the late 1800s and early 1900s, the first thing they saw was the Statue of Liberty. And for them, it was a sign of hope, freedom, and a new beginning. The statue was a gift from France to the United States in 1886. It was designed by French sculptor Frédéric-Auguste Bartholdi, and the metal framework inside was created by Gustave Eiffel, same engineer who built the Eiffel Tower in Paris. The statue shows a woman dressed in a robe holding a torch high in her right hand and a tablet in her left hand. The torch represents light and enlightenment, while the tablet has the date July 4th, 1776 carved on it, the day America declared independence. The Statue of Liberty is made of copper, and when it was first built, it had a shiny brown color. But over time, the copper reacted with the air and turned green. This green color, called patina, actually protects the statue and gives it the iconic look we all know today. The statue itself is 151 feet tall, but with the pedestal and base, it reaches 305 feet, almost as tall as a 30-story building. Tourists who visit the Statue of Liberty can take a ferry from Manhattan to Liberty Island. They can walk around the base, explore the museum inside, and even climb up to the crown for a breathtaking view of New York City and the harbor. For many visitors, standing at the top of the statue feels like touching history. Beyond its beauty, the Statue of Liberty is more than just a monument. It stands for freedom, democracy, and friendship between nations. It reminds the world that America is a place of opportunity and new beginnings. That is why the Statue of Liberty is not only one of the most famous landmarks in New York, but also one of the most powerful symbols of the entire United States. Times Square is often called the crossroads of the world, located in the heart of Manhattan, New York City. It is one of the busiest and brightest places on Earth every year. More than 50 million visitors come to see its huge billboards, dazzling lights, and non-stop energy. Day or night, Times Square never goes quiet, and that is why it is known as the city that never sleeps. The area got its name in 1904 when the New York Times newspaper moved its headquarters to a building in the square. Before that, it was called Longacre Square. Over time, the name Times Square became famous all over the world. The tall building where the New York Times once stood is still there, and it is now the center of the famous New Year's Eve ball drop celebration. One of the most striking things about Times Square is its giant digital billboards. They shine so brightly that even at midnight it feels like daytime. These screens advertise everything from Broadway shows to the latest fashion brands. Tourists love taking pictures here because the colors, lights, and crowds create an unforgettable atmosphere. Times Square is also home to Broadway, the center of American theater. Many of the world's best plays and musicals are performed in theaters around the square. Shows like The Lion King, Hamilton, and Phantom of the Opera have all been performed here. This makes Times Square not just a place of lights, but also a place of art and culture. Another reason Times Square is so famous is the New Year's Eve celebration. Every year, on December 31st, hundreds of thousands of people gather here to watch the giant crystal ball drop at midnight. Millions more watch it live on television across the world. It has become one of the most iconic traditions of the United States today. Times Square represents energy, excitement, and diversity. Street performers, costumed characters, and tourists from every country make it feel like the entire world meets here. Whether you are eating at a restaurant, shopping at a famous store, or simply standing in the middle of the crowd. Times Square gives you a feeling you can't find anywhere else. Times Square is more than just a square. It is the beating heart of New York City, bright, loud, and unforgettable. For many visitors, seeing Times Square is like touching the soul of America's most famous city. The White House is one of the most famous buildings in the United States and the world. It is not just a home, it is also the office of the President of the United States. Located at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C., the White House has been the official residence of every U.S. president since John Adams in 1800. For over 2 centuries, it has stood as a symbol of American leadership and democracy. The White House was designed by an Irish-born architect named James Hoban. Construction began in 1792 and took about 8 years to finish. The second president, John Adams, was the first to live there. Over time, many changes and expansions were made to the building. Today, the White House has 132 rooms, 35 bathrooms, and 6 levels, including 2 basements. The building's exterior is made of white painted sandstone, which gave it the name White House. Inside, the rooms are decorated with art, history, and treasures from different presidents. Some of the most famous rooms are the Oval Office, where the president works, and the Blue Room, Red Room, and Green Room, which are used for receptions and meetings. The White House is also a museum of American history. Each president adds something new: paintings, furniture, or even traditions. For example, the famous Rose Garden outside is used for speeches and events. Now, tourists can visit parts of the White House, but not all areas are open to the public. For security reasons, one of the most important features of the White House is that it is both a workplace and a family home. While presidents meet world leaders, sign laws, and address the nation from here, their families also live, eat, and celebrate personal events inside the same building. This makes it a unique place where history and daily life come together. White House has also survived tough times. In 1814, during the War of 1812, British soldiers set it on fire. Luckily, it was rebuilt and restored. Since then, it has remained a strong symbol of resilience. Today, when people see the White House, they don't just think of the president, they think of America itself. It represents power, freedom, and democracy. That's why it remains one of the most visited and recognized landmarks in the world. The Hollywood sign is one of the most famous landmarks in the world and a true symbol of the American film industry. Sitting high on the Hollywood Hills in Los Angeles, California, the big white letters spelling Hollywood can be seen from miles away. For many people, this sign is not just a set of letters, it represents dreams, fame, and the magic of movies. The sign was first put up in 1923, but it wasn't meant to be a symbol of movies at all. At the time, it was an advertisement for a new housing development called Hollywood Land. The original sign had 13 letters and even small light bulbs that lit up at night. Over time, the land part was removed and the sign simply became Hollywood. By then, the area had already become the center of the movie industry, so the sign naturally turned into an icon of cinema and fame. Each letter of the Hollywood sign is 45 feet tall, about the size of a 4-story building. The entire sign stretches 350 feet across the hillside. In the early years, the sign began to fall apart due to weather and lack of care. By the 1970s, it was in very bad condition. But many famous celebrities, including Hugh Hefner and rock star Alice Cooper, donated money to rebuild it. Since then, it has been carefully protected and maintained. Today, the Hollywood sign is a major tourist attraction. Visitors can hike trails in Griffith Park to get close to it and take pictures with Los Angeles in the background. However, people are not allowed to climb on the letters because it is fenced off and protected. The sign has also appeared in countless movies, TV shows, and music videos. Sometimes filmmakers even use it as a symbol of chasing dreams or the ups and downs of fame. For actors, singers, and artists all over the world, Hollywood means opportunity. And the sign is the first thing they imagine when they think about success in America. The Hollywood sign is more than just giant letters on a hill. It is a cultural landmark that tells the story of ambition, creativity, and the global influence of American movies. For millions of visitors every year, standing in front of the Hollywood sign feels like standing at the gateway to dreams. The Las Vegas Strip is one of the most famous streets in the world. Located in Las Vegas, Nevada, this 4.2-mile stretch is filled with bright lights, giant hotels, casinos, and non-stop entertainment. People call it the entertainment capital of the world because it offers something for everyone. From gaming and concerts to fine dining and world-class shows, the Strip is best known for its huge resorts and casinos. Famous hotels like the Bellagio, Caesar's Palace, the Venetian, and MGM Grand line the street. Each hotel is not just a place to stay, it's like a mini world of its own. For example, the Venetian has canals with gondolas like Venice, Italy, while Paris, Las Vegas has its own replica of the Eiffel Tower. Walking down the Strip feels like traveling the globe in just one night. The Bellagio fountains are one of the biggest attractions on the Strip. Every evening, thousands of people gather to watch the water dance to music in a spectacular light show. It has been featured in countless movies and TV shows. Another popular attraction is the High Roller, the world's tallest observation wheel, which gives visitors an amazing view of Las Vegas. The Strip is also famous for its shows. From magic acts by David Copperfield to Cirque du Soleil performances, there is entertainment for all ages. Music concerts, comedy shows, and even boxing matches are hosted here, making it one of the busiest entertainment hubs on Earth. At night, the Las Vegas Strip truly comes alive. Neon lights shine from every direction, and the energy is electric. Tourists can gamble in casinos, dine at celebrity chef restaurants, or simply walk and enjoy the colorful atmosphere. Even if you don't gamble, the Strip offers shopping malls, spas, pools, and exciting nightlife. The history of the Strip goes back to the 1940s, when the first big hotels and casinos were built. Over the years, it has grown into a symbol of luxury and excitement. Today, more than 40 million visitors come to Las Vegas each year, and most of them spend time on the Strip. The Las Vegas Strip is more than a street, it is an experience. It combines entertainment, culture, and fun in one unforgettable place. For many people, visiting Las Vegas means seeing the Strip, where dreams of adventure, glamour, and excitement all come to life. The Golden Gate Bridge is one of the most famous bridges in the world and a proud symbol of San Francisco, California. With its tall towers and bright orange-red color, it stretches across the Golden Gate Strait, the narrow body of water that connects San Francisco Bay to the Pacific Ocean. The bridge is not only an engineering masterpiece, but also a breathtaking sight that millions of people visit every year. Construction of the Golden Gate Bridge began in 1933 during the Great Depression, a time when America was struggling with unemployment and poverty. Many people thought building the bridge was impossible because of the strong winds, deep waters, and powerful tides in the strait. But engineer Joseph Strauss and his team of designers proved everyone wrong. After 4 years of hard work, the bridge was finally completed in 1937. At the time, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world. The bridge is about 1.7 miles, long 2.7 kilometers, and has 2 tall towers that rise 746 feet above the water. Its unique color, called International Orange, was chosen because it stands out against the blue ocean and gray fog that often covers San Francisco. This color also makes the bridge easy to see for ships passing below. The Golden Gate Bridge is not just for cars. It also has walkways for pedestrians and bicycles. Walking across the bridge is an unforgettable experience because you can see the entire San Francisco Bay, the city skyline, Alcatraz Island, and even the Pacific Ocean. On clear days, the view is stunning, and on foggy days, the towers of the bridge seem to rise magically above the mist. Today, the Golden Gate Bridge carries more than 100,000 vehicles every day. It has become one of the most photographed landmarks in the United States. The bridge has also appeared in countless movies, TV shows, and commercials, making it a global icon, more than just a way to cross the bay. The Golden Gate Bridge is a symbol of human determination and creativity. It shows that even the hardest challenges can be overcome with courage and innovation. For visitors, standing on the bridge or viewing it from afar is a reminder of the beauty of both nature and engineering combined. Niagara Falls is one of the most powerful and breathtaking waterfalls in the world, located on the border between the United States and Canada. The American side of the falls is found in New York State. Millions of tourists from all over the globe come here every year to witness the force of nature as millions of gallons of water crash down every second. Niagara Falls is actually made up of three waterfalls: the American Falls, the Bridal Veil Falls, and the Horseshoe Falls. Together, they create a stunning wall of water that stretches nearly 1 mile wide. The Horseshoe Falls is the largest and most famous, curving beautifully along the Canadian side, while the American and Bridal Veil Falls can be enjoyed up close from the New York side. The sound of the rushing water is so loud that it can be heard from far away, and the mist that rises creates colorful rainbows on sunny days. The history of Niagara Falls is just as amazing as its beauty. For centuries, Native American tribes saw the falls as a sacred place. In the 19th century, it became a popular tourist destination, and it has stayed that way ever since. The falls also played an important role in technology. In 1895, the world's first large hydroelectric power plant was built here by Nikola Tesla and George Westinghouse. This plant proved that water could be used to create electricity and helped power cities across New York. Visitors to the American side of Niagara Falls can enjoy many attractions. The Maid of the Mist boat ride takes people right to the base of the falls, where they can feel the spray of the water on their faces. The Cave of the Winds allows tourists to walk on wooden platforms just a few feet away from the thundering Bridal Veil Falls. At night, the falls are lit up with colorful lights. Fireworks often make the view even more magical. Niagara Falls is more than just a tourist spot. It is a symbol of nature's power and beauty. Standing at the edge, watching the endless flow of water reminds people of how small we are compared to the forces of the earth. That is why Niagara Falls remains one of the most famous and unforgettable landmarks in the United States. The Grand Canyon in Arizona is one of the most breathtaking natural wonders of the world. Carved by the Colorado River over millions of years, this giant canyon stretches 277 miles long, up to 18 miles wide and over a mile deep. Its massive size and colorful rock layers tell the story of Earth's history, making it both a natural wonder and a living museum. The canyon is famous for its dramatic views. When the sun rises or sets, the rocks change colors from deep red to orange, pink, and even purple. The sight is so stunning that it leaves visitors speechless. Standing on the edge, people feel the true power of nature and how small humans are compared to the Earth's greatness. The Grand Canyon has been home to Native American tribes for thousands of years. The Hopi, Navajo, Havasupai, and Wallapai, people all consider the canyon sacred. For them, it is not just a beautiful place, but a spiritual one. Today, visitors can still meet Native communities near the canyon and learn about their culture and traditions. Tourism at the Grand Canyon is huge. More than 5 million people visit every year. The South Rim is the most popular area because it is open year-round and has the best viewing points. It's like Mather Point and Desert View. The North Rim is quieter and cooler, but it is only open during the summer months. For adventurous travelers, hiking trails like Bright Angel Trail and Rim Torim offer unforgettable experiences. Though they require stamina and preparation, one of the most exciting ways to experience the canyon is from the Colorado River itself. Whitewater rafting trips take visitors through the heart of the canyon, offering a unique view of the towering cliffs. Another modern attraction is the Grand Canyon Skywalk, a glass bridge that extends over the edge, giving people the thrill of walking on air above the canyon. Scientists love the Grand Canyon because its rock layers reveal nearly 2 billion years of Earth's history. Each layer tells a story about ancient oceans, deserts, and volcanic eruptions. That is why the Grand Canyon is not just beautiful, it is also a classroom for geologists. The Grand Canyon is more than a place to visit. It is a symbol of time, beauty, and nature's strength. For many, standing at its edge is a once-in-a-lifetime experience they will never forget. Mount Rushmore is one of the most famous monuments in the United States. Located in the Black Hills of South Dakota, it shows the faces of 4 American presidents carved into a granite mountain. These presidents are George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Each face is about 60 feet tall, as high as a 6-story building. The monument is a powerful symbol of America's history, leadership, and national pride. The idea for Mount Rushmore came in the 1920s from a South Dakota historian named Don Robinson. He wanted a project that would bring more visitors to the state. The sculptor chosen for the job was Gutzon Borglum, believed the monument should represent the most important leaders in U.S. history. Construction began in 1927 and took 14 years to complete, ending in 1941. More than 400 workers helped carve the mountain using dynamite and drills. Each president on Mount Rushmore was chosen for a reason. George Washington represents the birth of the nation, as he was the first president. Thomas Jefferson represents growth, since he expanded the country by buying the Louisiana Territory. Theodore Roosevelt stands for development, as he built the Panama Canal and supported progress. Abraham Lincoln represents the preservation of the nation, as he led the country through the Civil War and ended slavery. Mount Rushmore is not just a monument. It is also a major tourist attraction. About 2 million people visit every year. There is a visitor center with exhibits, a museum about the carving process, trails that allow tourists to see the monument from different angles. At night, there is even a lighting ceremony where the faces of the presidents glow against the dark sky. However, Mount Rushmore is also a subject of controversy. The Black Hills are sacred land to the Dakota Sioux, a Native American tribe. Native people believe the carving of the monument on their ancestral land was unfair and disrespectful. This debate continues today, reminding visitors that history has many sides. Still, Mount Rushmore remains one of the most recognized symbols of the United States. It represents strength, unity, and the achievements of American democracy. Standing at the base of the mountain, looking up at the giant faces, visitors are reminded of the country's journey and the leaders who helped shape it. Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, is the most famous theme park in the world. Opened in 1971, it was the dream project of Walt Disney, the creator of Mickey Mouse and the Disney Empire. Today, it is more than just a theme park. It is a magical world where millions of visitors come every year to experience fun, adventure, and imagination. Disney World covers about 25,000 acres, making it almost the size of a small city. Inside, it has 4 main theme parks: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Disney's Animal Kingdom. Each park has its own unique theme and attractions. Magic Kingdom is the most iconic, with Cinderella's castle standing tall in the center. Epcot showcases science, technology, and cultures from around the world. Hollywood Studios focuses on movies and shows, while Animal Kingdom combines thrilling rides with live animals and safari adventures. Magic Kingdom is where visitors meet beloved Disney characters like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy families. Enjoy rides such as Space Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, and It's a Small World. Every night, fireworks light up the sky above Cinderella's castle, creating a magical ending to the day. Epcot is famous for its giant sphere called Spaceship Earth. Visitors can explore pavilions representing countries like Japan, France, Mexico, and Italy, each with food, shows, and architecture from that culture. It feels like traveling the world in one day. Hollywood Studios lets people step into the world of movies and TV. Popular attractions include Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, where fans can build their own lightsabers and even fly the Millennium Falcon. Toy Story Land is another favorite for kids and families. Animal Kingdom combines the thrill of a theme park with the wonder of nature. Visitors can go on safari rides, see lions and elephants, and explore Pandora, the world of Avatar. With glowing forests and floating mountains inspired by the famous movie, Disney World is more than rides and attractions. It is also filled with parades, shows, restaurants, and hotels that make visitors feel like they are living inside a storybook. The attention to detail is what makes it special, from the costumes of staff to the design of every building. For millions of people, Disney World is a place where childhood dreams come true. Whether you are a kid, a parent, or even a grandparent, Stepping into Disney World feels like stepping into pure magic.